What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got Jonah Hill and we got his ex-girlfriend trying to expose him because he does not want his girl to be a thought. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe. So, man, I just happened to be scrolling on Instagram and I saw Jonah Hill getting exposed, quote unquote, by his ex-girlfriend. Right now, here's the thing, man. When I was looking at this, I didn't even read any of the text. Right, I didn't read any of the text. I just happened to skim through some of it, and I went straight to the comments. Right, I went straight to the comments. Now, while I was screenshotting these posts, so we can go ahead and go over this, I saw she's sitting over here talking about, hey, I hope he has a daughter so he can be a real feminist. You see where we're at, right? You see where we are at today in society. Women want to jump on the internet and, say and do and act however and expect people to accept that kind of behavior. We're jumping on the internet, trying to air people out, trying to portray this certain lifestyle, right? It's sad, right? It's sad. But once again, this goes to show the type of society that we're living in, where a lot of your women just love clout, right? A lot of people love clout, but a lot of your women, they try to get clout by airing a celebrity out, by airing their husband out, by airing their baby father out. Why? Right? For the name of what? Clout. For the name of clout. So when you look at this stuff, right? You look at this stuff. This is how a lot of your feminists think. Right? The fact that she even sat here and said, "Man, I hope that he becomes a real feminist." I hope that he has a daughter so he can become a real feminist. Right? Once again, this is one of your feminists right here. Right? So let's go ahead and jump into some of these posts, man, that she was talking about. So with this post right here, she says, sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. Instead of just sitting over here saying, you know what, let me talk about my issues with my ex-boyfriend or my boyfriend or whatever to my mom, to my dad, to my family members, to my friends, to a therapist. Instead of talking to them, you're saying, you know what, hey, let me go on the internet, right? And let me go ahead and try to expose this man and get as much clout out of this man as I can. So you must have been around too many sisters, man, because this right here, what's going on, right? What's going on? Like I said, women love to jump on the internet and start it, and it's crazy. So she says, I'm feeling good. So far, mostly just relief and validations is what's coming out of this. But yes, true audience is getting bigger. Yet somehow I continue to feel less turmoil and more relief. Maybe because I already have been through being with a celebrity and all the public attention. The past year and a half, people have been curious and I've still been protecting him. Now I never have to ever again. I feel like now I'm allowed to be honest with others and myself. And before I didn't feel like I was allowed to. Honestly, been so much happier since I started sharing. And not too spooked by all the public attention. Of course, because that's what you want. You want the attention. Of course, that's what you want. You want the attention. We are living in a time, man, where people just love attention. Women love attention. They will go out here, dress half naked, and then get upset when men look at you. But you're dressed like that because you knew the type of attention that you were going to get. But women don't care. They just as long as you still give them that attention. So I believe this is what Jonah Hill says. Plain and simple. If you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond, getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. So he says, my boundaries with you, based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. So then she says, see the misuse of the term boundaries. How is that a misuse of the term boundaries? That's his boundaries. He's saying, man, listen, if you think you're going to be able to do all of these things that I said you cannot do, there's just no way we can be together. That's my boundaries, right? You're not what I'm a man. I set boundaries, and he's doing what a man is supposed to do. Set boundaries. Set boundaries with these women, man, because we're living in a time where women think they can just do whatever. If y'all been living under the rock, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about the Keke Palmer and her little boyfriend situation, right? Where he got upset because his woman decided to go out and wear pretty much I don't know, a onesie bikini, right? With I don't know, she had like something on top of it, but you can see the butt cheeks clear as day, right? You can see the butt cheeks clear as day. But you have this sister, Keke Palmer, go out here dancing all on this man or whatnot, right? A lot of your women was defending that man. A lot of your women was defending her, saying, hey man, listen, you're insecure. Why you calling her out and this and that? Which I do agree. He could have went about it a different way, but he's not wrong for what he said, and he's not wrong for how he acted. You look at that. Now, from my understanding, they broke up. And I kind of already saw this coming. Now, that once again, that's from my understanding, they broke up. But like I said, you know, if they didn't break up now, it's going to come. Trust me, it's going to come. But once again, these women want to be able, hey, look, you look at the comments, women sitting over here saying, man, dude, you're sitting over here trying to call out your wife, call out the mother of your child, and she just pushed out a child. She just pushed out your child, and you're going to sit over here and call her out, right? She looks good. Is that all we focused on? Is that all we're focused on? Where's the morals? Where's your self-respect? Where's the morals and where's your self-respect? Oh, well, you know what? She looked good, so let her dress however, right? But then get upset when men start going out the way to do certain things. Do what YK Osiris did to Sukihana, right? Like I said, man, you have far too many women, man, who do shit like Sukihana and then get upset when, you know, when men do certain shit that's unnecessary. Right. Well, understand, man, that I'm not saying that women invite it, but what I am saying is when you put yourself out there like that, don't be surprised when you have men who don't have any respect for anybody. Right. Don't be surprised when they go over here and do something that you don't like. Right. Do something, man, that you do not like. But yet you over here dressed up, acting a certain way, exuding certain behaviors. Right. So then, prime example with Adam 22. Another one. I mean, you look at his wife, right? One of the reasons why she did what she did with this brother right here, right? Getting dicked down by this brother right here. Part of the reason why she did what she did was because she said her fans wanted that. Her feminist fans wanted that. Hey man, listen, he did that. You should be able to do that. And that's the feminist world that we're living in. That's the type of time that we're living in.
But yeah, for me, sometimes I wish I could sleep with other men.
She belongs to the streets.
Because logistically for my schedule, it would be easier because Adam is a very busy person. And so sometimes it's hard to call upon him to work with him, especially when I want to have like a threesome for my OnlyFans and I have to coordinate with one other person's schedule. So there's that component. And yeah, obviously I think it'd be fun and hot if we did stuff with other guys. But like,
yes, the camera loves your nastiness.
I just don't care enough to like have it affect my relationship with you. And I'm okay with that. But I feel like a lot of my very feminist audience wants me to care about that a little bit more and like fight for it.
Right.
Where a man can create boundaries, but women will not respect it. Especially if they boss babes, especially if they independent women, especially if they making their own money, they're not gonna respect you. They're not gonna respect you. Hell, even your average women that do not make more money than men will still not respect you, will still cross the boundaries because guess what? They don't want to be controlled. Because hey, guess what? Well, we're all equal. Stop it, bro. Stop it. It just does not. It doesn't make any sense. So then I believe she says, "I'm sorry I said that. I had a couple of beers and I'm just upset, feeling like we can't do social things without an uncomfortable situation arising that usually feels like my fault somehow. I feel you pull away, and then the feeling of being defective creeps in. I think I'm not socially intelligent enough to meet your needs as a partner, and then I get frustrated and angry at myself and just want you to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm not good enough for you." And this is the gaslighting, right? This is the gaslighting. Right? This is the gaslighting. That is gaslighting. Oh, I just don't feel like I'm enough for you. He's just simply saying, here's my boundaries. That's all. You just can't cross the boundaries. And this is what I'm saying. This is how hard it is for women in America to just simply be traditional. Just simply just simply follow the man. He is giving you the life that a lot of women want. But the fact that you just simply can't do what he's telling you to do, it just proves our point. It proves a lot of people who talk about the shit that I talk about, you're proving our point. That a lot of you women in America do not want to be traditional. A lot of you women in America wanted to have it their way, and you cannot. You cannot have it your way. You cannot have it your way because it does not work that way. So then she also says, in moments of conflict, my brain thinks you want to dump me because I'm not good enough for you, and you're the GOAT, and you can do better, and you will immediately want you end things with me. And yes, everything that you did say is true, right? Everything. Yes, Jonah Hill is a GOAT, and then on top of that, you did say he can do better. Of course, right? Of course, you got somebody like Cardi B who sat up here, right? Who got upset. With Offset because, you know, he said what he said about her talking about cheating and da. But Cardi B sat here and said, you know, I can get a whole new man, right? If me and Offset break up or whatever, I can find another man. Somebody that's gonna be making more money than him and da. But that's not even the case, right? When that's not even the case.
Outside, and these ball players and these rappers and they see me, their voices start trembling. Like, hi Cardi. Like, they be nervous because I'm bad.
But when you have somebody like Jonah Hill, when you have somebody like a man who got tons of money, man, he can get any woman. He can replace that chick that he was just with, just like that. Just like that. And why? No, they can't. Why you think that? Women, just because you may make tons of money or you can freaking, you know, be independent or whatever. Trust me, a lot of your men are not looking for that. They're looking for a chick, man, that just wants to be submissive. They're looking for a pick-me, right? They're looking for a pick-me, right? And the thing is, when you have women who are pick-me's, when you have women who are traditional, they will be picked well before a woman who makes tons of money and is a boss babe with a bunch of kids or whatever. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. You cannot argue that. So then he says, you're right. We can't do social things or develop trust until you consider me and make decisions that give regard to our relationship. I have been vulnerable as possible, and I'm telling you, I am needing you to step up to the plate, which you can. I am sure of it. But these losers don't get your time if you want me. Straight up, it's consideration. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right? He's cutting that gaslighting stuff down. Because once again, I've been through this shit too, right? Where women sit up, where you keep trying to tell your girlfriend or your lady friend or whatever the same shit over and over and over and over, and they just do not get it. So then when you just say, you know what, I'm done, I'm throwing the towel in, then it's, oh, well, you just giving up on me, or you're just giving up on this. Oh, well, I just feel like everything that I'm doing is just not good enough for you. But you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. So once again, this is what I'm saying. This is the type of time that we're living in, where women think, once again, they can do whatever they want to do and nothing is going to happen. Where they think they can have it their way. Baby girl, this ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. So then he says, I respect your love of surfing, but I respect myself as well. And your love of surfing and being in those situations and lack of awareness are not mutually exclusive. This isn't me. I have my own issues that I own. If you want marriage and a family, you can't use the 25 card. Step up and cut shit. These people don't get your time or your kindness at the sacrifice of mine. Oh my God, boy, he killing it. And this is what I'm saying. I literally had a video. I literally made a video. This is some months back. I literally lost a few subscribers because of that, right? But you had a video of a man, right? He's not a video, but I'm gonna put it up here on the screen for you. But he was arguing with his girlfriend. You had this guy that was arguing with his girlfriend. She wanted to go to the party. He was telling her no, right? She was just persistent. Oh, let me go, da. He said, listen, if you go, I'm gonna break up with you. Fine, right? She stops arguing with him. Following day, he keeps hitting her up. He's trying to holler at her. She's not responding, nothing. So then later on, it's like 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He gets a call, right? He's sleeping, he gets a call. He hears his girlfriend on the phone crying hysterically, right? He says, what's wrong, baby? She says, I just got raped and beat up by some guys. So he's sitting here like, well, what's going on? What happened? She went to the party that she was not supposed to go to, that they already talked about. And not only did she go to the party, she went to the party with men. She went to the party with a bunch of men. And guess the men who jumped her and raped her? The men she went to the party with, right? But see, that didn't register with her. So when she decided, so when he said, you know what, okay, we're done, he ended the relationship. She is upset. She's, people calling him a D-hole, a this, an asshole, yada, yada, because he was protecting his relationship. But these were the same women that were same chick, probably calling him, saying he's controlling. Oh, he's controlling. He's this, he's that. Men are trying to protect their women in relationships. And when you have a man sitting over here saying, hey man, listen, you being around all these dudes, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. You're putting me in a bad situation, because if something happens to you, I have to be the one to clean it up. And that's a fact, right? Women don't understand, right? I get it. I get it that if something happens to a woman such as grape, right, it's going to be, that's something that's big, right? It's very sensitive, right? It's very sensitive, a man taking advantage of a woman. But women don't ever take into account, man, of the boyfriend. The boyfriend is going to feel some type of way too. He's going to feel obligated to go do something. But women do not care. A lot of you women, once again, she's proving my point. 90% of you women in America are feminists and they don't even know it. You want to sit up here, you want to do as you please. And when you have your boyfriend tell you something, you have your husband tell you something, it's then, oh, well, he's controlling. And then you go out here and something happens to you. Then it's, oh, well, damn, shit, these men are just so, garbage and bad and da. When your boyfriend tried to do his best to make sure you wasn't in that position. But once again, women who has a feminist mindset, they're gonna overlook that stuff. So then she says, that makes me feel like you're testing me to see if you should keep me around or dump me, because there's something wrong with me, like I'm a nerdy, dorky, unwearing, naive, idiot socially. I hear you. Then he says, those are your words, not mine. Once again, she keeps trying to gaslight him. Once again, she keeps trying to twist his words. And this is the shit that we see every single day. But once again, when somebody like myself, when somebody like O'Shea Du Jackson say something, Poor Man's Podcast, Fresh and Fit, any other all these other channels, when they say something, it's an issue. When they say something, oh, that's misogyny. It's just simply a man saying, hey man, look, I'm trying to protect my peace and I'm trying to protect you. But if you can't even fucking sit over here and listen to what I gotta tell you, if you got that much of, if you have that much of a feminist mindset to the point where you're willing to sit over here and make me crash out over you, I can't be with you. Right? So now instead of her saying, you know what, let me just go ahead and just conform to you because you're the breadwinner, you making all the money, you're about to give me the easiest life any woman has ever had. Right? Let me just go ahead and just put all this shit, put this shit down. I'm willing to be a pick-me. I'm willing to be your wife. She didn't want that. She wanted to do what she wanted to do and eat off his money. Ain't no way in hell. Right? So then even on these comments, she said, by these people meant my friend, mine that he had personally approved. Yeah, whatever. So then she says, I don't care for your misogyny. Once again, when a man simply creates a boundary, once a man simply say, hey man, look, yo sis, you cannot be doing this, it's then misogynistic. Right? And I'm gonna go on a little slight rant. When we talk about this shit, for me at least, man, listen, I should be having a lot more views and a lot more traction than I am getting now. But when you talk about certain shit like this, they're going to mask your views. They're going to keep you, they're going to shut you up. They're going to try to make sure you don't have a big platform. Right? Prime example, I'm on TikTok, man. You have women who sit up here and bash men on a daily, right? I'm talking about getting 299,000 likes on that shit. I'm talking about they pushing it. But then the second I make a response and simply say that is false, somehow TikTok want to cut that down. So it's the same thing with YouTube. So it's just like, man, once again, you cannot, as a man in America, you cannot have boundaries with women. You literally have to pander to women. You have to conform to a woman, and that's sad. So then, once again, this is what I was talking about earlier. I hope my ex has a daughter. Okay, and then she says, maybe she will turn him into a real feminist. Then she says, because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable. Hey, I'm a feminist too. But the thing is, you want him to be a feminist in the way you want him to be. Come on now. So then he said, it's just consistent and doesn't reflect where we're at or where you say you want to be. I respect your skill and your surfing. I respect how you want to present yourself. I respect that you're hot and beautiful. And I respect however you want to live. But I also respect myself and what I'm interested in my own life. and what I let in my own heart and inner circle. So celebrate yourself and your life however you please and shine bright. So then I want to say, so then she says, get whipped. This is high key so embarrassing. I did this all in the name of protecting him for crippling anxiety. So then she says, understood. I don't need or want surfing with men without you there, unless they are trusted, close friends, mutually agreed upon. Boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men to model, to post pictures of myself and blah blah blah. Likely surfing photo you have pre-approved. Once again, look, see this is once again with the social media. Look, Myron, my biggest thing with Myron when he was talking about a girl having an Instagram would be considered cheating, right? People understand, man, when you sit up here, man, you posting pictures of yourself in a bikini. Women, understand, man, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's literally when women post pictures of themselves in a bikini at a beach, it's literally like them. It's literally like these pictures that we be seeing the women talking about, hey, you know, how does the wall look? And they literally have a picture of themselves in a thong. Nobody's looking at, of course nobody's looking at the freaking wall, dude. Everybody's looking at the butt, right? That's the same thing here. When women post pictures of themselves in a bikini, bro, men are automatically going to sexualize that because even you yourself know, hey, guess what? I know men are going to look at me wearing this. Just being disingenuous. That's all that is. So then she says, friends. So then she says, friends with unstable women from my recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful. So then he says, take some accountability and operate with respect. It's that simple. Because I'm tired of your attitude towards surf culture, that content, and that place because I deserve respect. I have been more than patient, and then shit like this is still here. Fuck that consent, fuck that place, and fuck not respecting me always in every situation within surf culture, or you don't get it. And you don't get me. It's hurtful and unacceptable to me. Get it? I don't know if you get it, or care, or give a shit about that shit more than me, even after Dr. Stern has said it loud and clear. So she says Dr. Stern is the couples therapist we were seeing once a week for about 4 months. So once again, they've been having some issues, right? But the fact that he's even willing to try to help you fix it, and you're willing to sit over here and jump on the internet and bash him, once again, y'all women just show how idiotic you are when you do stuff like this. So then she says, someone being an emotionally abusive partner doesn't mean they're a terrible person. Often stems from their own trauma, and at the same time, it doesn't mean it's okay. So now so now she's saying that he has trauma. Now she's saying that, he mentally abused her. How did he mentally abuse her? The fact that he's even willing to go to therapy with you. The fact that he's even willing to be patient with you and work with you, and you're still not even trying to be traditional. I mean, oh my goodness. This is gaslighting at its finest. But then he says, nor may I ever want that from my partner, and I deserve that right. And I'm open about it. Let me know. We'll respect you either way, but these are my boundaries and of the romantic relationship. Thanks. I love to know before the premiere, so I'm not put in the position of publicly flaunting our love, and if my boundaries are going to be continued to be disrespected. That would be hurtful and triggering for me. And then she says, understood. Moral of the story, women, stop jumping on the internet. Stop jumping on the internet to air your man out, because you're not making yourself look dumb after the fact. You're not making yourself look dumb after the fact. Once again, you have somebody, man, and I applaud him. He did nothing wrong. Out of all the text messages that I saw, right? Once again, this is an open reaction. I'm reading this shit the first time. This is my first time reading this. What I'm getting here is that he simply had boundaries, and she was just your modern day woman who's saying, man, listen, I don't want to sit over here and conform to what you want. I don't care for your boundaries. I don't care for what type of structure you're trying to have in this relationship. I want to do what I want to do. Right? And this is the type of mindset a lot of your 18-year-olds to 25-year-olds to 35-year-olds have. Right? I want to have my own kids. I want to be this. I want to be a boss babe. I want to be this. I want to be independent. I want to do what I want to do at the expense of a man. You cannot do that. Right? You cannot do that. And the fact that it's Jonah Hill, he's making all this money. Do you really think he needs you, sis? Right? So you're trying to sit over here and destroy this man's name because because he was quote unquote controlling, because he said, you know what, hey, I'm putting my foot down, I'm setting some boundaries. men, understand you gotta set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. That's the only way a relationship is gonna work. And if the woman don't want to accept the boundaries, do what he did. Man, listen, get the fuck out of here. I got shit I gotta do. I got my own issues, right? And the fact that she didn't turn around and said he has this trauma, right? It must be a trauma thing. Cut it out, man. Now this is where the Kevin Samuels shit comes into play. Ad hominems, right? The need to be right. Right? The need to be right. Using shame, insults, and guilt. Women like this, man, it's bad, right? It's bad. And like I said, man, y'all see it on my page. Y'all see it on my TikTok page. Y'all see it on my YouTube page, man, where I talk about a lot of your sisters who like the freaking blaster men, talk about their baby fathers, talk about their husbands, all on the internet. For what? For some clout, right? For some clout. They didn't have these issues when they were in the relationship. But then as soon as they break up, hey, well, here's everything that this man did to me. That's how a lot of your women think today. That's how it is when you try to correct a sister. That's how it is when you try to correct any of these modern day women, right? Hey, yo, woman, yo, chick, you sitting over here, man, walking around with booty shorts and the crop top. You know what I'm saying? But yet you sitting over here getting upset that men are saying something to you. Dress better. No, you can't tell me what to do. Tell men, tell me that no means no. Men knows that no means no. Some of them just don't care. So guess what? You have to do what's best for you and make sure that you are putting yourself in a position where you're not getting disrespected. This is the type of time that we're living in, man. So y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.